we're going to get into it. I have Snow, I have Gecko, and I had another card just pop in. Ooh, Bat. Bat, can you see that? Good. So those are our oracle cards that we're going to start with for the collective. So if you would just like to sit back, relax, and hear a reading that resonates with you, stay tuned. If you feel like you would like an individual reading at any point, I will do an individual reading for a donut or a strawberry parfait. Either or, so pick which dessert speaks to you. And if you'd like to help me reach a goal and get a much longer reading, and I greatly appreciate it, you can just do the Metamorphosis gift. It's a little butterfly, little caterpillar with wings, and otherwise enjoy the rest of the reading. So we have Snow, silence, gentleness, pause. There is something calming about seeing a fresh, untouched blanket of white powder on the ground. Perhaps it is due to my childlike excitement that's never gone away, but I always have to pause and have a moment of admiration whenever it snows. Unlike rain, a gentle snowfall is silent and lightly brushes your face as flakes meander. Where'd you go? Down from the sky. Around you, all signs of life are gone. Animals are hibernating, trees are barren, and people are huddled in their homes off the streets and roads. It's one of those few moments in life where the world around you is quiet and still. So enjoying silence and peace, okay? You may be on your own. You may be kind of pulling back from the normal groups that you socialize with and just kind of doing your own thing. That is totally okay. It's totally fine just to do your own thing and enjoy it. Don't feel self-conscious about it. It's for you. It's for you to enjoy the silence. Give yourself time to think. You don't need to be stimulated every 10 seconds of the day. You can learn a lot by just being on your own and being by yourself. Great for reading books, by the way. If you're a book person or you've had people suggest a lot of things to you, enjoy your space. I also got, Gecko. So Gecko is over here, says speed, sensitivity, sacrifice, positivity. To the gecko, size doesn't mean power. In fact, its small size typically means it can stay under the radar unnoticed, okay? The gecko's extremely sensitive vision and hearing allow it to notice danger before it notices them. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Before it notices them. But if spotted, it can easily get away from, hello, YouTube. Hello, hello, hello. Before it notices them, but if spotted, it can easily get away from predators due to its sheer speed. Its legs and feet are able to grip any surface and climb vertical walls away from danger. Worse come to worse, if cornered, the gecko is able to detach the tip from its body in order to satiate its pursuer. Okay, speed, sensitivity, sacrifice, positivity. Okay, so we have that, and then we have Snow, which is about being at peace and being at a distance from the other things that are going on, finding peace on our own. What I really think is interesting about the gecko, it talks about moving around undetected. So I'm seeing here that maybe being in the presence of maybe a nefarious situation, a difficult situation, a situation with friction on one hand, and then decompressing at home in a very conscious way, in a very careful way, and observing and appreciating what is around us. Again, we don't need to be stimulated at all times. Sometimes just being at peace is the reward. Trust, right? Like being on our own, doing our own thing, and being able to be at peace in our own space is the reward. We don't need a bunch of stuff going around us, especially in the spaces that we may be in where a lot of things are going on, and it is a lot of friction. Sometimes that can just cause us to have like minor trauma and triggers being around different things like that all the time. So we also have the bat. I'm going to read this last oracle card, and then we're going to get into the tarot for this group reading if it resonates. And then if you would like your own personal reading, feel free to give a donut or a strawberry parfait, and I will read specifically for you, okay? So bat, senses, clairvoyance, nurturing fear. Many people fear bats due to their nocturnal tendencies in association with vampire lore. However, the reality is that they're fairly harmless and fascinating creatures. Sometimes your biggest fears are not as bad as they actually are. Despite their negative reputation, bats are the nurturing creatures living in large colonies and bounding close to their young and family. Oh, thank you so much, Isis. Go ahead and leave a comment down below and I can read for your question. Sorry, where'd it go? Despite their negative reputation, bats are nurturing creatures living in large colonies and bonding close to their young and family members. They'll even go as far as caring for the sick or orphaned. They see in the night using echolocation. Drawing this card is a sign to keep your senses open and be aware of your surroundings. Being receptive to the messages that the universe is sending you. M sent a donut. Okay, so I have Isis. Oh, thank you so much, Isis. Okay, and then, sorry, we also had M. M, if you have a question, yes, I did see that. Can you put your question down below and I can respond to you? So what I'm getting for the collective with Snow, Gecko, and Bat is that there's this perseverance and there's also this strategic nature. I feel like this energy of like moving in silence. And just let me know what your question is. Put it in the comments and I'll go ahead and answer you. Does Mo have the same feelings between the I do channel? Okay. Does Mo have the same feelings? Okay. I got your message. So so we have this like strategic nature. We're moving in silence. There may be something, maybe it's like work or hobby or social group, family. It's something that's away from home where I feel like you know to move strategically. We have also the gecko can like remove its tail in order to kind of like get away from over here. So the distraction energy and just keeping ourselves separated from that energy. And I think what Spirit is really encouraging with these oracle cards is going home, going to our safe spaces and truly enjoying it. Don't just go home from like the cranky energy and then just be like like I got away from this other energy. Like go home and truly appreciate what's around you, because that stuff, everything you put around you is to lift you up. Don't take it for granted, because that's going to just make it harder when you have to go back into that space and deal with everything else there. So let's put a pin in that message for now, and I'm going to read for M in particular. She wants to know if this person shares her feelings. Hello. So over on YouTube, I mostly just let people enjoy the collective reading over there because I'm not monetized quite yet. But once I get monetized over there, I'm working on getting some subscribers over there. I will do individual readings. I know that sometimes the people who comment a lot can be a bit much, but they usually get tired of that after a certain point. Okay, so for M, I'm getting talking casually. They may be interested in you, but I'm feeling like there may be like casual talk with multiple people at this time. I have 7 of coins in reverse. So I would say with this, I'm not really getting energy from them that they're like working on themselves really. They may just kind of be dilly-dallying, talking to people, like not taking things too serious. And I have the 3 of Cups. Thank you so much, Fortune. The 3 of Cups is about socializing, hanging out, being around others. So I think this person may be hanging out with a lot of different people, whether they have like romantic feelings or not is kind of up in the air. I don't specifically see that, but they may be getting to know a lot of people just in general. It could be platonic, it could be something more, but I don't think they have a lot of intentions behind like the people that they're meeting at this time. Oh, glad to hear it resonates. As well, we have the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is someone who tells it like it is and usually has a good balance of other people's emotions. So I feel like they would be like pretty honest or straightforward if they did have strong feelings at this time. So if you're not hearing from them, they're probably just maybe not being too serious. Yeah, and even if they like seem a little flirtatious overall, I would observe and see if they're like that with other people. That may just be how they communicate. So yeah, that is how I feel about Mo at this time with the cards. If anybody else would like an individual reading, just let me know. Okay, so what do we have here? Yes, the being on our own thing. Let's see what else is going on with this moving in silence energy. You are welcome, Em. is moving on silence energy for the collective. If you are putting your question in, please give first if you would like an individual reading. That is the donut or the strawberry parfait, or if you want a little bit more in-depth reading, the metamorphosis or butterfly. Okay. Oh, wow. So, death. I think that situation for the rest of the collective about that situation where you're kind of moving incognito, honestly, I think it's kind of over and you know it. I think that you're going to probably separate yourself fully from that soon. If you've already been thinking of that and you've been kind of going back and forth, just know like Spirit's kind of in the support here of us like distancing ourselves from things that are a little bit toxic, a little too much, things that we don't need to deal with. Thank you so much for the follow. I'm also getting the King of Cups. King of Cups. So this could be you or it could be somebody else in that same situation with you. There's definitely someone who is very even keel with their emotions and knows exactly how this feels. Now again, this may be you or maybe someone that you're reaching out to, someone you're talking to about the situation. Take their insight seriously. They're leading you in the right direction. I'm gonna go ahead and pull some more oracle cards for us so we can change topics for the group. If anybody else would like an individual reading, let me know. Oh my gosh, there's way too many cards, sorry. I try to only get like 1 or 2 oracle cards, and I'm telling you, thank you so much for the hearts. And sometimes like so many come out, I'm like, I really don't need that many for a reading. Asphodel. I don't know if anyone is familiar with this guys. I have my, thank you, Fortunax. If you have a question that you'd like to put down below, please do so. Where on earth is it? I really wish they would have put this in alphabetical order. There you go. Feeling stuck, unable to move, regret. Happy about the fact that he took him to the beach. Okay, I got your question, Fortunax. In the Greek underworld lies the fields of asphodel. This is a realm where ordinary people who are not heroic enough for the Elysian fields nor wicked enough for the pits of Tartarus lie. In Victorian floriography, the flower means, my regrets follow you to the grave. Are you unable to move on from something? Is there anyone you need to say I'm sorry to? Okay, we're gonna start talking about hard conversations and things and regrets that we are still pondering and not letting go of. But first, we have Fortune Knox. Is this person happy about the fact that they took Kuma with him in the village? Okay, we have the 8 of Swords. We have the Chariot, both upright, and get one more. Oh, the Knight of Cups upright. I'm seeing kind of mixed feelings here with the 8 of Swords. That's usually about feeling stuck, even though we are not. There may be a feeling like it was the best course of action at the time, or that they absolutely needed to, and then later, I'm not sure what happened, but feeling like I didn't need to, or trying to think of alternative things they could have done instead. But I think at the time, they felt like they had to for some reason, or there was something that like made it inevitable. I'm also having the Chariot here. The Chariot is about control, being in control of the situation. There's a feeling of like they're in charge. They're in charge, they're handling it. And this person needs to go with for whatever reason, for whatever goal. And the goal itself may just be like being to make that call, what have you. But yeah, I'm getting the feeling of just kind of like it is what it is, or like this person comes with me in these situations, so that's why they did it. And there may be some guilt there, but just feeling like what else would happen. Like it's almost like a literal like that's what we do, that's what happens, and not really looking at a different angle of it or like it happening in any other way. I'm seeing the Knight of Cups, so there may be somebody else that there may be someone who, is this the same person? The Knight of Cups, there, I feel like a new emotions or a new framework coming in. Like I don't know if this is necessarily like another person, because initially I got the feeling that this was another person, but I didn't know who that individual was. But there's like a new person or new feelings coming in, so there may be something that I wouldn't say stuck, but I think that there was a feeling of like, well, this is, what else would I do? Of course I'm going to bring this person, and there may be a like a new feeling, a new frame, or a new person coming in that's going to change their mind. So I don't know who else may be there, but there may be another person, a third party situation, like entering the mix. So I'm feeling like a little like, basically like a mixed feeling, that they're not 100% in either corner. And I feel a lot of it has to do with like, this is what was going to happen. I obviously was going to bring this person, and not like really shallow, like not really thinking more into it of like, oh, I'm so happy this person's here, or I'm really upset. It was just kind of like, what else would happen? Obviously, I'm just following the beats of the situation. So yeah, I don't even think that they're thinking too much about it. And if and when they do, they're just gonna kind of like go back and forth with it. I think they may need to talk to that other person who's coming in with the Knight of Cups. Sorry, I'm getting updates from the app, and I have no idea why it's giving me those updates. But hope that resonates. Okay, so we're gonna go back for now for the group reading. We have the Accidel. And it's about regret, handling regrets, handling things that we are unsure of, and letting those things go. Let's see what it is that we maybe wish we had not done, or that we need to let go of. The Hierophant in reverse. This card. The Knight of Cups again. Upright. I've been getting that a lot. Okay. We have 4 cards here. The Hierophant in reverse is about tradition and us not following tradition, not going along with tradition. There may have been a time that you didn't go along with whatever people were expecting, what other people wanted you to do, and it may have not turned out well. And we're just now with the Knight of Cups coming up with new feelings on that, having a new opinion of what happened and what may or may not have been best at that time. So you may be coming to grips with like something that's like, oh, maybe that wasn't a good choice or what have you, but it did happen, and honestly, like it may actually have been the better choice, even if you did not get the results that you wanted. Feel free, by the way, guys, to heart or support if you would like, if this is resonating. The Tower in reverse, I think there's been a lot of change since that time, like inwardly, in what was going on. You probably are like a whole different person from when that initially happened. So I wouldn't like beat myself up about it too much. You are like completely different now. It was a long time ago. And if it's been happening in the back of your mind because it had to do with some sort of goal, some sort of thing that we wanted to reach, we do have the King of Wands here, which is about passion, moving forward, being really excited about something and moving forward towards that thing. Okay, so I would highly encourage you that if you feel really passionate about something and you regret not going forward at the time, or that you don't think that the way that you went towards it last time served you, to try something new this time. As far as that, I feel like that is good for now. I have been on here for a little bit. If you would like to see anything else that I have in the works, I did just release a long form video today on my YouTube channel, so feel free to go over there, follow or subscribe on either platform, and I will see you next time in the Empress Script. Bye!